Hey guys, welcome to an interesting video on Wild Rift. So we're back with yet another Samira commentary guide. Now I know we've covered Samira a whole lot, but I honestly genuinely believe that Samira at the moment is one of, if not the best ADC for like solo queue climbing at the moment. Now in high elos, like actually technically the season just reset, so not many people are high elo, but in high elos last season, Samira was basically perma-banned, and whenever she wasn't banned, if my team was first pick, I tried to get her if people were willing to swap with me. But yeah, so here we're right in the action where Yuumi gets caught out by a Lux Binding in the bush. However, they do end up tanking some tower shots, and I do end up flashing for it to get the kill on the Lux. So overall, a 1-for-1 trade in terms of supports, but the enemy Jinx actually popped both sums. Enemy Lux popped both sums as well, whereas I still have my barrier, so we have a very slight advantage in the lane. But anyways, back to my point. Basically, I think Samira is one of the best solo queue champions. Now, it's not just because she is really strong in and of herself, but it's really because of the potential to basically win a game for your team. I have had so many games where my whole team, even myself, was behind. I get one good fight, I kill like 3 or 4 people, my team kills the rest, and we win the game. It's really just that simple. It's basically an ADC Katarina. Like, you know, Katarina can be behind the whole game. You go to like some dragon fight, she finds one reset, kills everybody, basically wins her team the game. It's sort of the same deal with Samira. You get one S rank, you go in with that ulti, boom 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 boom, you kill like multiple people, you win the game for your team. And in this match we're gonna, well, not really show exactly that, we're gonna show how even when we get a little bit behind, technically we're not even really that behind in the early game, but we're gonna show you guys what you can really do if you get ahead in the early game. Now, if you get ahead on Samira, you can pretty much just end up stomping the whole game, and even when you're behind, you still of course have that huge comeback potential that a lot of other ADCs do not have, unless you reach really late into the game and you get to like full build. But here, we're going to show you guys what we can do when we get a hit. So here, we do have a Yuumi strapped on our back, which is of course a huge advantage in terms of the damage. Now here, you guys can see I already made a huge mistake by not Wing the Lux Binding. Now I am not the best at using my W. A lot of times I use it way too late, and that's what happens. I believe, if I remember, I died a couple of times in the early game. I got this footage like quite a while ago, but I was really busy, so I never really had a chance to record this footage. But this is still footage from the current patch, so it's not like from last patch or anything. It's still from the current patch, so not too much of an issue there. But yeah, so I do recall that I did get a number of deaths in the early game, and only after that I started taking over the game, after I got like a triple kill or something in one of the fights. Alright, so anyways, I'm watching it kind of like for the first time like you guys, because I can't remember a thing that happens, except that I got a PENTA kill obviously. But yeah, so here, pretty much one of Samira's main weaknesses is this, as you guys can see. Yep, I'm probably gonna die again. Yep, you guys can see here. So here, the reason why I went back in onto Jinx is because I had my ultimate and I was at like B rank, so I was trying to go in, get my ultimate and ult her, because the ultimate will give me the proc the ultimate shield, which would basically mean that I can get the shield, and likely with the help of Yuumi I may be able to actually turn the fight around and kill the Jinx. I think that's the most likely scenario of what would have happened, but we don't know for sure. Alright, so here I remember is the huge turning point of the game. Here you guys can see I just respawned, I'm walking my way back to the lane. My team is fighting and there are a lot of low health bars. So here you guys can see I flash the wall, get a double kill instantly, get the resets, go on Master Yi, I get the kill on Master Yi as well, I get a triple kill, and I ult onto the Jinx for the quadra kill. Now you guys can see I got 1 kill at the very start of the game, I got 2 deaths, which put me very far behind, but just one good fight like that, boom. You know, it just changes the entire complex of the game. Now imagine if this fight was like 20 minutes into the game. This fight would have won my team the game. So this is sort of what I'm talking about when Samira can literally win your team the game, which is why I feel that she is super duper strong. Now, I always talk about how you cannot really pick Samira into high CC team comps, but now I'm slowly starting to change my mind on that, because as you guys can see in this particular team comp, we have one of Samira's hardest counters, which is Galio. He has both his he has his ult, he has his E, and he has his W, all of which can kind of disrupt you. We also have Lux Binding, Jinx Traps, etc, etc. But the most significant is Galio. Galio is kind of a really hard counter to Samira. But nowadays, I still pick Samira into heavy CC comps, just that I'm going to build a QSS to immune that CC. And in this match, we also show off a couple of times immuning Galio CC with the QSS. So we can really show that off and about how you can still play Samira into a high CC comp. But of course, in some comps like Vayne and PENTA, it's really difficult to predict when they're gonna actually jump on you or condemn you. So that one's really hard. So here Rengar goes in, Yuumi ults, I go in as well. I have the ulti, but I'm not able to really hop the wall. I am able to pick up double kill onto Master Yi though. Galio does ult in, finds himself in no man's land, 1v5 actually. And Kennen pops the ult trying to get the kill, but I do end up getting the triple kill off of that. Kind of a big waste of Kennen's ultimate, if you ask me. His cooldown is really, really long, and if you don't have to use it, you should hold on to it. Anyways, this puts me at 9-2-1. One quadra kill, one triple kill, and you know, just all the jazz. So here we have Fiora running toward our team because she obviously was on the split push / invade. So she finds herself kind of completely out of position. We get ourselves the free dragon, and then we get ourselves the free herald. Somehow I end up getting the herald. Currently it is still 6 minutes into the game, so we do still have time to get played. So here I'm desperately trying to find somewhere to put down the herald so that I can actually get played. So here, because every single person rotated to the herald, this actually allows the enemy bot lane to actually just pick up all of the plates on the bot lane tower and also pick up first tower, which is sort of a mistake. Probably I should have stayed in bot to defend so that, you know, Jinx can't actually get back goal to actually come back into the game. But anyways, here, my idea was to basically just put herald down right now and get the plates. I'm not going to get the tower with this, but I can still get the plates. So here I can see I'm going to drop the herald. Now the issue here is that I can see Master Yi in the tri-bush, I see Galio roaming down, so I'm going to have to quickly retreat out of there. If not, we're going to get collapsed on by everybody. Now the issue with this is that even though I have the herald, I have popped the herald and the herald has tackled the tower, but I'm not in local goal range because I had to run and sort of give up the goal. But in this case, since I'm so fed, 9-2-2, it's more worth it for me to stay alive and not give over my shutdown than to actually get the tower goal and give over shutdown. So because I may get a lot of gold, but the enemy team is gonna get even more. So that really is not worth it at all. So I'm gonna have to, you know, do the smart thing and just run away. Now, if I had seen the Galio and Master Yi before I placed the herald, I wouldn't actually have put down the herald at all, because obviously that would be a waste. But unfortunately that was not the case, so we do find ourselves in this situation. So here I'm gonna go in onto the Galio. Now I'm only doing this because I'm super duper fed. If I wasn't this fed, I wouldn't just go in on the Galio when he's near the tower. But here I'm back to like no rank, so here I'm just trying to find a way to stack up my rank. Turns out my team doesn't even need me anymore because they're doing relatively alright as well. No one on the team is really feeding at all. Everyone is just doing alright. It's just that I am particularly fed compared to the rest of my team. Master Yi tries to go in, but we simply have too much damage at this point, and we simply just kill off the Master Yi. So there he goes. So if you notice, I already have Bloodthirster and Infinity Edge. You know, we're using the same build runes and spells. You guys can check out the Samira updated complete guide that we released recently if you guys want to know more about the build runes and spells. But yeah, so here we see Fiora in our jungle. So here we're just going to rotate over and try to get a pick onto Fiora. Fiora unfortunately gets the kill onto our jungler, and here I popped the ulti to actually kill her, but the issue is that she popped the blast plan, which actually disrupted my ulti, so kind of a bit of an unfortunate situation there. I was not expecting that to happen, and as a result she does actually manage to get out. Now Kennen tries to run straight in to get off the ulti, however he does get CC'd by Galio. Fortunately he does manage to actually get the ulti more or less, but the issue is now that the enemies are going to escape. So yeah, I do get rooted by the Lux. Doesn't end up doing all that much damage because I do have the Yuumi and I do have the W to actually block a little bit of damage. So overall, not too big of a deal now. Now that I've got my 2 core items, I want to actually rush the QSS. So here you guys can see I pick up armor boots into QSS before going on to continue building to it, the Phantom Dancer. Now this, of course, is because the enemy team has a lot of CC, and of course I do want the QSS so that my ultimate cannot be disrupted anymore. So here I know Fiora's on the Crux. I'm pinging Rengar to actually attack the Fiora. So here Rengar is a little bit slow, but does actually ult in. We go on to the Fiora. Fiora does get the CC immunity because of Rengar's bola, like the enhanced bola strike thing, the one that roots the person, and a really nice repose timing by Fiora causes me to get stunned. So as a result, I do have to blow flash to kill the Fiora, which is a little bit unfortunate, but hey, you know, a kill's a kill. So here Set is pretty much off on the split push in the top lane as the dragon is spawning in about 20 seconds. So he's going to attract the attention of the enemy team. I'm pinging him back because I can see enemies going up through the jungle. Galio is already on him. Jinx closely behind. Lux is actually just backed. So he's still kind of wasting the enemy's time. Kennen tries to go in for a huge ultimate onto the Lux right before the dragon fight. And Lux unfortunately does have stasis, so he did blow the stasis, but Master Yi comes in. I exhaust the Master Yi, and when we are able to actually kill the Master Yi before he actually manages to kill Kennen. So Kennen actually survives. Master Yi dies, and this basically means we should have a free dragon. Kennen does not actually survive because Lux sniped him out. Now, if I were the Kennen, I wouldn't have gone in so aggressively there with my ultimate because I probably would have just saved it for this dragon fight where I'm likely to be able to hit a lot more people. So here, I QSS the Galio taunt, as you guys can see. This allows me to go in and pop the ulti to get the kill onto the Galio. Unfortunately, Jinx does actually manage to escape with a sliver of HP. Here I see Lux out of position. I'm going onto the Lux. Here I'm warding to see if I can spot the Jinx. I do end up actually spotting the Jinx. And Jinx for some reason turns around and gives me the triple kill. Doesn't really make sense there. Not sure what she was trying to do because actually I wouldn't have actually been able to catch the Jinx if she simply just kept running. I didn't have any flash. I do have my E, but she's probably going to be out of range. So yeah, I don't really understand what happened there. It's really hard to explain. No real explanation there. Jinx just pretty much just ins. So here we're gonna pick up the Phantom Dancer. At this point in time, if you guys can see my gold, I'm at 12k gold, and like no one is even close. The closest person is like Fiora with like 9.7k gold. So here I'm just gonna go take the red buff. At this point in time, because of how fed I've gone in the early game, pretty much this game is my game to lose. Like if I don't do anything stupid, basically the enemy team cannot really do anything to me or my team. Basically, as long as I just, you know, don't die and just play safe and go in when it's time to go in and not go in too early, that sort of deal, pretty much this game cannot be lost. So we just need to, at this point, just not screw up and yeah, just continue on doing what we're doing. So now, the main problem in this match is the fact that Fiora is consistently split pushing. Now, this is the correct thing for Fiora to do because her team is not going to win 5v5 fights. So, by like doing this and like by split pushing, it forces people to respond to her. Like you see, Rengar responded to her. Rengar actually died 1v1 to her. They did end up both trading, but it forced me to come down as well. So basically, it forces the enemy team to respond, which is pretty much what you want. Right, so here, again, I QSS the Galio ultimate, which you can see coming, so I don't end up getting CC by the Galio. Go in with the ultimate. I'm going to flash the wall, get the resets, and pretty much just kill them all. So here are two great examples of the QSS already. The first one where I saw Galio was channeling the taunt, I QSS'd it, so when he taunted, I wouldn't get CC. Second one, you can see Galio's ult indicator on the floor, so the moment I see him about to crash down, I press my QSS so he cannot ult. He cannot knock me up with his ultimate, so two really great uses of QSS here. QSS is not the most popular enchant. Stasis is so much more popular, but especially on Samira, QSS can be really, really useful. So here, we do get the kill on the tower with the help of the Rift Herald. I do get up to S rank, but the whole enemy team has respawned, so obviously I do not want to jump into the whole enemy team and like just out, because that's not gonna work out. I'm just gonna die, so instead I'm gonna just get the tower back on off, and we can just recall and, you know, start picking up items. So here, I get my entire Seralda's Grudge completed. No real huge need for moral reminder in this match. Master Yi does have probably the most healing out of his team, but not too much healing, so don't quite feel the need for that. Right here, so here I get rooted. I see the fight going on. I see a lot of spells already being used. So here, whenever we see spells being used, is kind of when you do want to go in. Alright, so here is when I do go in, and as you guys can see, boom, 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 boom. Instantly, we melt the entire enemy team, and there is the pentakill. Honestly, with how fed we are, this is really not that impressive. All I really did was just go in as per normal, smack my R, and literally because of how fed I am, everybody just melted instantly, except for the Lux who did pop the stasis, but after she comes out of stasis, she's just gone as well. So here we can see another hard carry performance by the Samira pick, and a pentakill to boot. I think I've gotten like 4 or 5 pentakills on Samira already. Samira's one of the easiest ADCs to get pentakills on. But anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with the stats as usual. So thank you guys so much for watching the video, and goodbye.